Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. We got big news today with Tom Lee and Bitmine Immersion. MrBeast taking up a big stake in that. A master play. It could be absolutely a golden play. Probably not too unlike perhaps something that Richard Hart was asking about. How would you get the word out? And it looks like Tom Lee is on the same page. So $200 million though. Pretty awesome commitments, and given the fact they've got probably close to 4.2 million Ethereum, they are on the move, right? So big time. So a lot of things happening there. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into Pulse Chain. We've got I think quite a few updates. We're going to be talking about LibertySwap leading the way. PCock starting to really shine on the leaderboard. We're going to get into some updates around that. We're also going to talk about PulseSyn. Big shout out to them. They've reached some pretty major milestones, $1 million in trading volume. They're like one of the rising DeFi stars, just stepping up step by step, just building value over time. So we're going to look out for them as well, see what they're up to. We're obviously going to give an update as well around Coin Mafia. There's been a lot of drama on the streets out there, I see. But we're going to be talking about the rollout of the blockchains that are being included in there. So we're going to talk about that later on. We're also going to check up on an update on True DeFi later as well. Have a look at the stats and see where they're at right now, and maybe drop a few little alpha bombs there. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And so yeah, lots of cool things are happening. And of course, we can't wait for some of the big heavyweights like Vault 369 to launch as well. That's coming up. And we've got more, hopefully, from Tetra and Signum, probably early February is my guess on that. And that would open up, of course, PUSD ALGO. And, of course, we've got Jacob with Mafia out there. Must be getting pretty close to launching, as well as on-chain bet updates. I guess that's coming too. So there's quite a few things happening in that space, many other things out there. Some of the farm teams are looking to build new things, so that is coming too. It's going to be a lot of fun on the old Pulse chain as we enter in what I think is the year of the bull. It really is going to be pretty crazily good. We got Frank Whitehouse there. Good to see you. Bang, bang, Pulse Chain gang. Absolutely. We got Rolf Kane and South Superman in the house. He is here. Never fear. I'm here. Now let's post out the channel here. I think we got the show. So share the show. Share show on X always helps, right? And I'm going to put it on Telegram right now. So that is the link there. Just take a moment to hit the repost button. It helps a lot. We have been growing on YouTube and X, so you guys are helping a lot. So thanks very much for all that. And of course, we're covering all your favorite stuff, right? We're documenting Pulse Chain, documenting X. Been doing that for 6 years now, guys. It's crazy, but we love it. So very fun stuff. Now I'm just going to post it in here. Let's so we're going to if you want to actually get a history of Pulse Chain launches, and I'm talking about most of the major ones like utilities and other things like that. NFT platform. We covered quite a bit of stuff. Then you can go back and watch the Crypto Night Show, and you'll see history of how the projects rolled out, what the numbers were, and everything like that. So really an archive. We've archived the Pulse Chain, and it's unique to this channel, right? Because we've been streaming virtually every day. There's only a few days we haven't streamed over that whole 6-year period. So definitely check it out. And of course, especially over the last 976 days, I think it is, it's been Pulse Chain. So pretty awesome stuff. Lots of fun ahead. It's going to be good. And I think we've got through most of the pain, and it's time to shine 26, 27. So if you're arriving, if you arrive at the very bottom of the market, particularly on Pulse Chain, and you get there at the right time and you ride it up, OMG, so good. Now, if you were early, of course, you can DCA and get your cost average way down by picking up all the volume. So there are two strategies there, right? One being lucky, and the other one, being the DCA guy. All right, so that's kind of where we are. Let's get into a lot of the news. I want to start off with something a little special. Shall we do that? Let's do that. It's hopefully you guys can see it. So here we are. We've got a video here from the Dragon spaceship here, and I think this is going through San Diego or something like that. So let me just double check. Some Elon Musk there posted Dragon coming in like a blazing meteorite, visible from San Francisco. Sorry, not San Diego, San Francisco. So let's look at that. Pretty awesome. So we're going to restart that. Pretty amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can imagine being like a starship coming down, that's the Dragon rocket from SpaceX. I think they're almost putting out one a day almost. Is it one every 2 days? Something like that. Pretty crazy. So, I thought that was pretty special to start off the show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. So why not? Why not? All right, let's get into the markets. We're gonna start with the stock market, see how that went overnight. So let's pull it up in a minute. And, yeah, if you haven't subscribed on the way, smash the subscribe button. Hit the, also hit the follow button on X as well. That helps a lot. Just as well, I'm getting this page set up. All right, let's go for it. Let's go to the stock market and see the economic news. So we had the S&P 500. We know we had a couple of down days, right? So this is the results for Thursday. And the S&P 500 rebounds after those couple of down days. They were very modest, relatively speaking. As investors buy a really nice appreciation there for the US dollar. Brent oil is at $63.87, down quite dramatically on the old Brent oil there, down 4%, $2.63. No doubt talking probably caused by some geopolitical issue there. And we got gold right now is down $7.30 to 4,613. But really it's just off the all-time, right? I mean, we're looking at the last week. Look at that, just off the all-time highs. Silver at the moment, $90.75. That recently got to $95, right? Pretty much, or 93 it's saying here. So silver and gold still looking pretty hot, and we're still expecting that to do pretty well in the next year or so. So very, very cool. So some exciting stuff there. We had, obviously had some geopolitical risks around Iran, probably affecting the oil price there. They're going to do, I think, some sort of attack, but then deferred that at the moment, I think. Also, the issue around Greenland, obviously looking to take Greenland. Apparently, Macron from France talking about, I don't know, is he talking about defending Greenland? So apparently Macron wants to do the greatest of mistakes. He wants to fight a battle on the Western Front. And we know how that turned out for Hitler against Russia. And then he's contemplating some sort of resistance or battle against the United States on the East. That guy is completely nuts, to say the least. So there we go. That is where we are. That's where we are right there, right now. It makes you laugh, doesn't it? These globalists are just absolute clowns, and they're also, sniffing the white snuff, as they say. What else there we got? That's kind of at the moment. Obviously, Powell. No, Trump has no plan to fire Powell. Of course, he's going to be nominating his own chair, and that will be a very dovish and supply side economist. So that's going to be bullish for the markets. So that's some of the latest things there right now. What else do we got there? Yep. I think that's it around Greenland. Of course, Iran, they're going to probably get involved in there somehow to make sure the revolution wins, so that people get freedom in Iran. Now, apparently, they've been burning down hundreds of mosques, and they want to be free. They want to be free, and so that's still in progress there. And this is the moment. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen now, right? It's got to happen now. Freedom for all the people in Iran. They're Persian people, proud people there, and we wish them the best in that freedom. All right, so that is pretty much that. Let's go to the interest rate monitor and have a quick look at the rates here. Obviously, it's no one's expecting a change at the moment. Yeah, it's down even further, 3.4%. No change. And we've got the Fed meeting in 1 week and 5 days. So it's coming up there. March at the moment, it's looking at 19%, so it's even got weaker. And then, of course, we had the CPI and the PPI come out, right? The retail and wholesale inflation. And the retail was really good, I think, and in the wholesale there was a little bit mixed, a little more almost contrarian, so a little bit of confusion there. So we've got no rate cut expected at the moment, right through to April. And of course, remember the Chair Powell doesn't get replaced until May, so the next meeting after that is June, and that's currently 46%, so the majority expecting rate cut in June. But I'm a bit more optimistic that we'll get another rate cut before then. But we've seen the Federal Reserve do such a bad job with the interest rates and losing a lot of confidence there. That one thing, they have confidence by being neutral, so called, but of course we know they're not really neutral. And secondly, we know they've also done a bad job, right? So they moved too late and too fast, all that sort of stuff, and now they're moving too late and too slow, right? So we're gonna look to see some good changes there. All right, and apparently they like spending billions of dollars on fancy Roman Empire-inspired buildings and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty crazy stuff. All right, so that is where we are with the old economic news, and so good day on the stock market. Let's see what the crypto market did. Crypto market didn't follow suit, and funnily enough, yesterday it did, but today it did not at the crypto majors. So let's go to the big screen and check that out. So we've got the total market cap right now, 3.32 trillion, down 1.6%. We've got Bitcoin at the moment just having a great couple of days, right? Bitcoin's been having a great couple of days, down 1.6% right now, 95,500. Ethereum at the moment down 1.3% at 3,300. So you still got a bit of time. I think Ethereum right now is just unbelievably good entry, and that's where we are. BNB right now, 40 at number 4 is down 1.8%, $930. XRP at number 5 down 2.8%. Solana there down 2.8% too, is $142. We're going to look at why this is down today too, by the way. We got number Tron. Tron there is up 2.3%, 31 cents. And number 10 is Doge, down 4.9% at just below 14 cents. So a bit of a down market in the crypto. So why is that happening? We're going to talk about that in a minute. So there we go. The best performer, of course, Tron over the last 24 hours. Best performer over the last week. We've still got nice gains. And that would be, I guess, Ethereum up 6.3%. So there we go. Ethereum, the top performer in the top 10 over the last week. For the top 100 over the last week, we've got Monero up 95%, Internet Computer up 33%, Pump Fund up 24%, Rain up 10%, and Poly X Matic there up 2.2%. So there's the top 5 in the top 100. Top 1,000, we've got Palladium Network, EGL1, and Cled AI. They're all pretty much top gainers in top 1,000. Looking at trending overall, we've got Kato, Lighter, and Fogo. Quite an interesting combination there, trending, and they're all down at the moment on that one. So that's our market today, down 1.6%. And we're going to talk about why that is the case in a minute. And let's check that out. So we did have the Senate Banking Committee cancelled today. And of course, the market was expecting that. Crypto was running up on that. And with the new crypto market structure, huge, right? This is truly a hyper bull enabler. But Coinbase CEO withdrew support. So the Senate Banking Committee has cancelled today's vote. So wanting to get some changes there. Brian Armstrong from Coinbase says, after reviewing the Senate banking draft over the last 48 hours, Coinbase unfortunately can't support the bill as written. And as you guys know, they're very, very bullish about this and certainly helping it to happen as well. There are too many issues, including a de facto ban on tokenized equities. Of course, that's the opposite of what the SEC chair was talking about, right? DeFi prohibitions, giving the government unlimited access to your financial records and removing your right to privacy. Of course, we know that's what the globalists want to do, right? They want to take away all your privacy. And we see that in the UK right now, trying to get access to all your private messaging and all that sort of stuff. They've all got that in place. So just to control your speech. That's ultimately what it's about, so that you don't have free speech and that the will of the fascists takes over. That's pretty much it. Erosion of CFTC's authority, stifling innovation and making it subservient to the SEC. Well, I don't know. I'm a little bit, not necessarily in the same camp as that. I think there should be one entity, but, I guess two entities does help to play each other off a little bit there. They have generally different focus areas. Draft amendments that would kill rewards on stablecoins, and of course allow banks to ban their competition. Of course, obviously we know stablecoins is extremely lucrative for the big players. That is obviously we want competition in that place. So it's particularly from DeFi competing against the old TradeFi, the banks. So that's in play as well. Brian Armstrong says, we appreciate all the hard work by members of the Senate to reach bipartisan outcome, but this version would be materially worse than the current status quo. We'd rather have no bill than a bad bill. Hopefully we can get to a better draft. We'll keep fighting for all Americans and for economic freedom. Crypto needs to be treated on a level playing field with the best of financial services, so we can build this industry in a safe and trusted way in America. So there we go. And that is going to be pretty key. So don't disagree too much with that list. So that is Ben Armstrong, and hence we have a bit of a pullback in the market here. Not huge, but a bit of a pullback there. And of course, we'll watch that move forward. Now on the bullish side, and of course this is our leading story today, and that is Bitmine immersion, right? So Bitmine immersion, a pretty exciting story. We might move back over here for that one. And we got Bitmine just made a $200 million move outside of crypto. Well, they think it's outside, but is it? BMN announced a $200 million equity investment into Beast Industries, the company behind MrBeast, of course, essentially the largest sort of social YouTube influencer. This isn't a random bet, it's strategic. And what's the reason to do this? So direct exposure to the largest creator platform on earth. And that's massive for mass adoption. Everyone's talked about mass adoption, but really we haven't penetrated all these no-coiners and all the masses because they're just clueless, right? I mean, let's be frank, just clueless about things. Direct exposure to the largest creator platform on earth, global reach across Gen Z, and of course, they say Gen Z going to be the most return to conservatism, which is great to see because that will be back to more common sense and the better path by a country mile, right? Then we got the Gen Alpha and the Millennials. All of those have been, fooled by the progressives, so we wish them the best as well. Clear path to DeFi and financial services integration. So there we go. It's going to be pretty exciting to leverage that investment. So there's more happening behind the scenes with that Beast industry. So mass adoption coming to crypto as MrBeast is going to bring it. So there we go. Tom Lee, Funstrat on the deal. Beast Industries is the most innovative creator platform in the world. This is what Bitmine is becoming. And so now the vision is unraveling. The revelation is unfolding. And Ethereum Treasury, well, we know that already. A capital allocator, well, we know that as well. They've started staking with the Maven and all that, earning all that sweet Ethereum yield. A bridge between digital assets, media, and global distribution. So that is the heart of this deal. The bridge between digital assets, media, and the global distribution. This is a big deal. So Tom Lee is not mucking around, and it's kind of a little bit around what Richard Hart was talking about. How do we get the word out there, for adoption on Pulse Chain? Well, look at what Tom Lee is doing. So some actions following up these big moves. So pretty awesome. Well, we know someone else has got $200 million. They could do something like this as well. So yeah, we'll see. Obviously, you got to determine your expected ROI on this. But Tom's he's positioned. Now, as you guys know, if we look at the strategy, let's go to strategy and let me go to strategy and pull up the current value at the moment. So Tom Lee at the moment, of course, this is this current disclosure. We don't have the latest disclosures over the Christmas period, but sitting at 13.43 billion, they've probably more like 4.2 million Ethereum now. So 200 million divided by, was that 13? Let's just take the number they got now, 13, 40, 30. That is an investment of 1.5%. So 1.5% relative to their portfolio. So some interesting stuff there. So yeah, 1.5%. Let's game on. All right, so that's kind of where we are with that. Now we've got a little video, of course, of Tom talking about this. So let's hear from Tom himself. Great that Tom could. I'm glad that Tom could make the show today. Thanks, Tom.
As you know, Bitmine is the largest Ethereum treasury company in the world, the largest holder of Ethereum, and it's our view that Ethereum, which is a smart contract platform, is the future of finance, where digitalization of not only dollars, but stocks and equities is going to take place. And over time, that really blurs what is a service versus what's digital money. And that's where a collaboration and investment into Beast Industries makes sense. As you know, MrBeast is the #1 content creator in the world. His content is watched more than, for each of his videos, 252 million views a month, which is more than the Super Bowl. And really, he is probably the iconic person for Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and arguably Millennial. So he is probably one of the most important creators in the world. Beast Industries, according to Jeff Hausenbold, is planning to create a future platform of services, which includes digital items and even financial services. And that's really where a collaboration between Beast Industries and Bitmine will make sense. So I think it's part of this sort of evolution of digital platforms and money, and I think it's really uniting the number one creator in the world with the biggest Ethereum platform in the world.
So guys, this is massive. This is massive. What a master move. The Tom Lee, the master chess player there. And of course, MrBeast about to get a whole lot richer as well. Although, you know, to be fair to MrBeast, he does spend a lot reinvest into his content creation. But this is mass adoption. This is kind of the king of the hill. So a huge move. And at the beginning of 2026, guys, you guys see everything lining up. It's so good, guys. So good. So really excited about that. All right, Fast Abdul in the house there. I'm here for the tech. Great to see you in Fast Abdul, because he's going to bring us one of the heavyweight projects on the Pulse chain with the old Vault 369. We're looking forward to that. Multi-chain, beast mode on that one. We've got Frank White says, I heard about tech could change Pulse chain. Could indeed. And that is the rumor that Fast Abdul started. He likes to do that. All right, so allegedly, yeah, and certainly allegedly. We don't want to hold anybody to account to anything. So that is from Tom Lee. So pretty big deal there, guys. Pretty big deal indeed. So awesome stuff. And we'll probably get some big exclusive Bitmine immersion as well. Now, the other big thing that Bitmine was doing, remember, was issuing a lot of shares, and that kind of made the price on the stock market there just a bit more demure. And it is BMNR, all shareholder proposal approved. So that is going to be really, really exciting. Now, obviously, they're going to be increasing value, and they'll just get more people, probably get more shares to offset the issuance, right? So a pretty big deal there. And that is from Wolf of Dubai. So presumably that is what happened today. It's certainly tagged in Fundstrat. So it looks like that is the case. So yeah. What is it? We also had a little bit more here. Jeff Hausenbold here, CEO of Beast Industries. We're excited to welcome Tom Lee and Bitmine to new investors. Joining our top-tier venture investors, this board is a strong validation of our vision, strategy, and growth trajectory, and it provides additional capital to achieve our goal to become the most impactful entertainment brand in the world. We look forward to exploring ways to further collaborate and incorporate DeFi into our upcoming financial services platform. So pretty big deal there. All right, what else we got going on? I think that's kind of it. So very cool. So that's huge news, guys. Mega news. We'll be looking forward to the evolution of that too, moving forward. So that brings us to Pulse chain. What's that? We got Pulse chain there. Pulse chain Hexagon. We're not. If you got any issue, just go directly to the people. We're not doing this. This is the second time now. Just appreciate you taking that offline somewhere rather than here. All right, second time now. I don't want to have to ban any Pulsekins from the chat, but just don't. If you got an issue, do it somewhere else. Yeah, we're no drama channel here. All right. Also not a court as well. All right. So we got day 979 days since PulseChain launched. So that's pretty awesome. We're heading towards 1,000 at a pretty rapid rate. So let's get into the PulseChain news. All right. So here we are, day 979. We're only 21 days away from 1,000 days. Unbelievable. Where will the price of PulseChain be by then? That'd be interesting. Could make for a good poll. So if you're out there, you can put a poll out there around about that. Will PulseChain be at day 1,000 in 21 days, 3 weeks from now? Pulse at the moment is up today, quadruple 0164, up 2.6%. Before the live stream, it was actually pretty flat. So it's starting to pick up here. Whatever the price was 24 hours ago, it's up 2.6%. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0129, up 4%. Combined price, no, that's the wrong one there. We've got the buy and burn, I should say, 6.41%, and it does move around a bit, but there we are. 8.41% is the buy and burn on PulseX. INC token at the moment, just below 63 cents, up 2.8%. We've got Hex on PulseChain up 1.7% at 28 hundredths of a penny, and we've got EHEX there at 0.0008900. So what's that? 89 thousandths of a penny. And combined price of EX and PX is that, oh my gosh. Do you remember the other day? It was only a couple of days ago. We had the combined price. What was it at? 555. Something was at 55. I think it was the percentage was at 555. Well, today we got the combined price of EX and PX. Get this, at 0.00369. That's insane. That's nominal inflation rate for Hex. That's crazy, guys. 369. I guess it was bound to happen. Well, it's actually not that bound to happen. I mean, there's a lot of numbers there, but that's pretty crazy. 369. That's really funny. All right, so let's move on to the gas prices. We're at 333,000 beats, pretty much around normal these days. 0.2 of a penny for a PulseX swap right now. Moving to the validators, we've got 52,368 validators, which is pretty interesting. We've seen 3 or 4 chains, at least top chains, have issues with their chains operating, but Pulse Chain just keeps ticking away. So that's the battle hardened testing to Ethereum code. While other chains are having issues, and Pulse Chain just keeps ticking away. So thanks to all the validators, we're at 52,368. So that's increased again too. Remember, we were well below 52 not long ago. The bridge right now, we've popped below 80 million. So not so great there, but we're not far away. 79.8 million right now. We've got 6,000 ETH there, 16.3 million DICE, 16.25 million USDC, 4.8 million USD Tether. Obviously, we want to see those increase. That's one of the bullish factors we would like to see increase there. And also, we've got 20 wrap Bitcoin. So that's kind of the numbers. And Coast has not changed. So Coast is still sitting at 11 million there. And EHEX, of course, has moved down. All right, it's pulled us down right today. Will be EHEX, that price losing some more numbers. So that's probably the main cause for the price going down. Since we actually had a pretty good new year, right? We had up to the monster thread, was it day 12? Oh, yeah, the 12th of January. I think we had in about 5 days, we had over $1 million come in net. So I think fundamentally we're looking okay. EHEX, though, dragging us down a bit. It's probably the main thing here today. All right, let's jump over to the markets overall. We've got 5.5 million. So we're used to this 4.5 to 6.5 million, although I think we had 7 million yesterday. A bit of an outlier these days, but let's have a look at the market. We've got 366,000 transactions at the moment. Top performer, and so this is the default view for Dex Screener, and we've got the default view here saying that Coda, which has been around for 20 days, is up 68%. Now, just take in mind that every so often we'll have a token launched in the top here that will be some sort of honeypot or rug type pool. So you do need to do due diligence. I'm just covering what's there. I don't always get to check all the coins all the time because I'm doing other stuff, but that is where we are. 68% on that one. Sava content reward token up 33%, been around for 7 months. We got Pulse Chain Peahen. It's kind of tied into the PCock ecosystem, isn't it, with LP pools. It's up 30% today, so it's not bad, is it, for Peahen? Let's have a quick look at that one. We got 2,900 volume on 20K. I always like to look at the, we've got a little bounce in the price there at 0.0001700, let's say, rounded. Let's look at the pulse ratio there. Oh, big jump there on the hourly chart, but let's go to the daily. And that is just bouncing off the bottom, really. We're down 7.8, now at 10.25 pulse per PN. There we go. What else do we got there? Stake ETH, mintable stake ETH. We're gonna do something about that, but we're at 26%. Been around for 2 years, and one of the Pulse Chain forks. And let's have a look. That's the last couple of days. So getting a lot of activity. Someone there is pushing that up there. I'm not sure if it's any of the makers related to the compound activity going on, but that is up at the moment. Let us know in the chat there if any of you guys got any insights into stake ETH and the volume that's coming in there. May or may not be related to the compound activity there. All right, so that is where we are with stake ETH. We've got SCADA at the moment from Nuke the Supply. That's up 18%, having a bit of a bounce back, is it? That's down at 1700th of a penny right now. Having a bit of a bounce today, but kind of trading sideways really in this sort of zone, isn't it? For quite a bit of time there. So yeah, that is happening at the moment. Let's scroll down. We got OG WebChef with PDI printer at $1.45, up 18%. So OG WebChef making a bit of a move. The chart there, Somi loves these charts, the down charts, but it's bouncing. It's bouncing here. So came down to what? Came down to a low of 77.5 cents. Is now at $1.45. So what's that? A double? Is that a double? I think it is. So this is the weekly charts. So in the last couple of weeks, this particular pair at least is doubled, and that is up 91%. So almost a double there. Earning the old PDI from that, aren't you? The old PDI. And we saw yesterday the PDI was sitting at 22 again, 20/100th of a penny again, isn't it? Curve right now is up 13.6%. That's at 44/100th of a penny. And let's have a quick look at the old curve token. zoom in on these. Yeah, having a nice little bounce back chart. Look, it did break down a bit, but it's actually held a pretty good high there. Let's look at the pulse ratio. It's a true test. Obviously, pulse jam have been down. Yeah, that's looking much better, isn't it? On the pulse ratio, 271, a real nice pump there on the weekly. Let's go to the daily there. Most of that pump in the weekly is on the day today. So someone came in and put a little bit of retail play on there. Remember, quite a few of these are little retail players, so you've got to check out all the rest of the metrics. We're just covering the big percentage moves today. Well, talking about big percentage, we've got number 9, 10, 11 is PCock. This is the official store of value for LibertySwap. And of course, our big bridge and our DeFi ecosystem expanding and pushing the frontier of privacy on the blockchain. And we got this almost back at 2 cents. So pretty cool. Let's have a look at the main pair. There's about 230 pairs tied into this with many of the pump tire coins, wisely, I would say, tying into the old PCock. Yeah, we've got a nice little move going on right now. So this is the weekly chart. Look at that last week. Woo-hoo-hoo! We got a brand new week. What's the next week going to look like? Are we going to have to start some runaway here? Certainly looking good. We've got plenty of room in the RSI, 64. Let's go to the daily on the old PCock. Let's auto-bot that. Autobot. We got we did come down to about 1.7, 1.8 cents. Had people someone was in here yesterday saying, oh, it's rolling over. Well, it doesn't appear to be that way. It is looking pretty strong at 2 cents here. Now, we've had obviously seen a number of upgrades. We've got a ton of upgrades coming in. These guys are going to be upgrading all day, every day. It's kind of thing. And it's not quite that frequent, but they're going to be doing a lot of upgrades and additions and all these other things coming. They've got a huge roadmap for this year, and we're excited about it. All they have to do is deliver, and that's all that matters. We want teams to deliver. We've seen a lot of shaky launches, a lot of projects. We've seen a few projects launch very clean. I'm talking about the top quality projects. We always get the pump and dumpers and the rest of it all the time. We want solid projects so that we've got investable projects. So far looking pretty good. Almost back at 2 cents. Had a high, of course, back here at 2.1 cents. Back here, there's the local high. If we go further afield, we've got plenty of room in the RSI now. We've kind of cooled off there. We're up at 80, and then, of course, it had to have a correction. We came down to about 60, and then we've bounced to 65 there on the RSI. So plenty of room to, slowly creep up again, maybe do a double top or so. Looking at the weekly, we've got that. Our last, the all-time high there is way back at 2.831 cents, although intraday, I'm pretty sure it hit just over 3 cents on the intraday. Not showing up on the chart there, but that is the play right now on that. Looking at the 4-hourly to see if we've got much room there. Yeah, nice. We're down at 58, so plenty of room there to continue to move up if it so chooses. Kind of cool. All right, so that is the PCock. And talking about PCock, we got some updates. Let's do that. We got LibertySwap says 14 hours ago so much higher, and made the 10,000x be with you. So we're going to come back to LibertySwap to look at the updates, but they're feeling pretty bullish about the chart themselves. And of course, they play a big role in helping support the chart go up, right? Let's jump down here. We've got some other projects tied into the PCock, which is Zero Trust. Some people call it the trifecta, or the Trinity, some people say. Up 9.5% right now at number 12 and 13 position. Zendog also tied into the old PCock there, and that is a Zendog, and I think that's the other one of the trifecta, right? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. I don't think Peahen is considered, but Peahen is tied in pretty much. So Zendog there up 8%. We got LibertySwap at number 15. Sorry, Liberty, I should say, another token up 8%. Swarm there at number 17, up 7%. Teddy Bear, so James Maria. You guys know I want to do a show on James Maria, and that's going to come up. So yeah, to 5.8%, sitting at number 18 to 20. Dominance from OG Web Chef as well. So we've got another OG Web Chef here, up 5.7%. We've got Top Hat from Crypto Coffee. This is also tied into the PCock as well. That's up 5% today. And we know that they had a bit of rotation happening on that coin, right, from somebody. But it looks like it's making a little bit of a fight back there. Let's look at the pulse ratio one. And we can see it's still sitting at about 0.12 of a penny, just coming off the bottom there. And the pulse ratio, let's have a look at that, is climbing quite nicely. So that's still looking pretty good versus Pulse. But I believe versus PCock was what it got rotated on. And that was down, if I remember rightly, on the ratio. Let's see whether it's recovered right now on the old PCock ratio. Yeah, so that's still down. It's down quite a bit. Let's have a look at the weekly on that. Yeah, so still down versus the PCock there. So people rotating into PCock as the official store of value. So a bit of a safe haven move, relatively speaking. Ironically so. Ironically so. All right, so there we go. That is happening right there. Moving down a bit further, we've got Unity at number 29, up 3.8% from Cryptographics. We had a great interview, as I say, about a week ago now, is it? And then we got Tropa there, up 3.5% from James Murray as well. So we've got Teddy Bear and Tropa. All part of his ecosystem. He had two kind of main token launches, didn't he? So we'll talk about that sometime in the future. Talking about top blue chip protocols, we've got Vouch, of course, the number one validator, along with Plus X, right, or with the Validator X, dominating something like 17% or so of the total validator supply. While VPulse here sitting up 2.9%. Also a bit of a target for True DeFi. I believe they've taken a little bit of position in there, I believe, for that. Now, Mafia from Jacob, we're looking for a full launch for that. I'm not on Telegram, so I'm not up to date as I used to be, but that's up to 2.25% now on the old Mafia. So we'll keep a lookout for that. But that chart has been crushing it. Had a little pullback yesterday, if I remember rightly. But look at that chart, looking pretty. That's a weekly chart, by the way, not daily. And let's look at the pulse ratio up at 49. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! Hot dog at a dog. So it is looking pretty powerful there. Market cap still 807K. So where's it going to go? 2 million, 3 million, 10 million? We'll see. We'll see what the market prices that up. Could happen. We'll see. As long as people are playing the game and the game's adequate enough and all that. We're excited generally for Jacob's projects. Obviously, the world's best peer-to-peer dev in the world. Mafia has, I don't know, probably has like 60, 80 contracts or something running the thing. It's a pretty impressive thing. I think it's something like that up there, up in that numbers. We got sitting below there at number 40 is RSI, up 2.4%. One of the top meme coins there, up 2.2%. Moonix there, up 2%. 9mm, our second biggest DEX, one of our two main DEXs really, at 1.75%. Liquid loans, our biggest liquidity fork for the time being, although I think Fast Abdul might shake that up with the old Vault 369 coming, but that's up 1.7%. We're using Pulse as collateral. Now, obviously, with Pulse down, it's going to be down. When Pulse goes up, we should see recovery. Very little liquidity there, and of course, this was the big sacrifice project with over $50 million. I think it was around $52 million. So people were going like, where's all the money? Where's all the money going? Now, the liquid loans team have been going around doing a lot of conferences and promotions. But of course, people would like to see a bit of love there with the old token there. So it is what it is at the moment. UFO at number 49, up 1.7%. We've got Vouch itself, the main token there, up 1.5%. That's number 53. Doubt token. So we already saw we had most token up here. We also got Doubt token at number 54, up 1.5% there. So not a lot happening with the meme coins right now. Obviously, with the momentum not there. We've got X Games showing up at number 56, up 1.5%. We see that Firewall is a lot more active on social media again, so that's good to see. He's apparently focused on a lot of his real world businesses, going to bring some capital in or something like that. Maybe the game plan there. Pump Tires, number 59. That is at 1.3%. Of course, we just saw the Coin Mafia launch, and that's rolling out. We're going to have a little update on that later on, and so forth. So, the more value that's created on Pulse Chain, the better. And, any launch is like a business. And we know 95% of businesses fail, guys. So just take note of that when I'm talking about things. We're always optimistic that they will do well. And sometimes it's also a process. It's more of a marathon than a sprint. So there's a lot of things to think about there, right? I can't say that every time I do a live show, but that's the basic ethos behind it all, right? And I'm sure that's true for all other influencers out there that are covering stuff, right? So just a few notes there. For the secretary. We've got the Whale Bay at the moment, number 65 at 1%. So that's kind of the play there right now. If we're looking a bit further down here, so we've got about 82 coins at the moment that are up in the green. But, if we saw Pulse was up about 2% or so, that would mean equivalently about maybe 40, 30, let's say 35, 40 coins are probably up above Pulse right now. So it kind of gives some overview there. Now, who's the biggest losers today? Well, we've got Die Hard, and that earns PDI, doesn't it? Yeah, that's down 10%. Or no, does it? I'm pretty sure it's PDI. It's not EDI, PDI, yeah. Then we got Coin Mafia. Of course, this is the official one for the Rack and Rochelle. Obviously, there's a lot of issues around the launching of coins there. You can check that out on social media. Not something we're going to be covering here, but there's plenty of people covering it, so go check them out. We've got Finvestor there as well. That is currently $1.60. That's up to down 2.8% as well. So those two, they're not down a lot, but that's where they are. Still 77 cents for the old Mafia coin, which is pretty similar to yesterday. I mean, it was around 80 cents last time I checked. Saw some minimum down there as well, 2.5%. So not a lot of down actually. There's not much down that much today in the top 100, and mostly green day. So there we go. But really, the heavyweights that are leading the way here is definitely the old PCock, and I guess the world's greatest PDI printer from OG WebChef and a few others there. Fast Abdul says Vault 369 will allow Pulse, VPulse from Vouch, UPulse, and ProveX as collateral. Yeah, some really clever moves with the old ProveX there. I think there's a couple other tokens you could consider too, Fast Abdul. I'm sure you are, so I'll just leave that there. I'm sure I don't need to tell you. You know this ecosystem extremely well. So 33x undervalued versus liquid alone, says Fast Abdul. So keep a lookout for that because it hasn't launched yet, guys. We are definitely tracking that. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see the first, as I understand it, the first multi-chain, multi-collateral liquidity fork on the planet launching. Let's say Basecamp on Pulse Chain, but launching multi-chain. So there we go. Exciting stuff. All right, bullish for ProveX too, right? I guess, and bullish for Vouch. But maybe there's another store of value out there. We'll see. It still has to. Time will tell. All right, so that is where we are with the markets. Let's get into the news. Let's get the news on that. So we got LibertySwap updates. So LibertySwap obviously always active, which is great to see, leading the way there as well. There's some good teams on social media doing that. I talk about RhinoFi all the time. They're a great team at doing it. And LibertySwap's also a great team at constantly putting out some material on X and always with some added value there. So kind of cool. That was talking about stablecoins. So we're not going to talk about that particular one. We're going to jump past that as well. Let's see here. We got this was a good one here 4 hours ago. Signs are lining up, says LibertySwap. The bull market is coming back, and PCock is positioned to lead Pulse Chain towards stronger days ahead. Now, this is some of the bullish things they're doing. They got LibertySwap, of course. We're on V2 now. They can just hook things in now and like make a massive ecosystem. And it's just like building big DeFi protocols inside the river of capital flow. So it's pretty awesome there. They got LibertyX buybacks coming. They got Liberty Lend, so they're going to have lending as well. Limit sell pressure. This will be privacy, so people are going to being able to buy and sell. They're going to be able to loan and have all this privacy. And man, it could do some magical things on the old Pulse chain and on other chains too, right? And of course, you got that arbitrage and taking fees and all the rest of it with it. So Liberty Lend limiting sell pressure there. And we got ZKX wallet facilitating private trading. Now they're building some sort of normal to privacy wallet hybrid. That's going to be pretty exciting to see. So all frontier stuff happening here. Native Pulse Chain Railgun bringing privacy to all Pulse Chain assets, and not just Ethereum Railgun, but on the old Pulse Chain itself. Very, very bullish there coming from them. Look at that. Green candles rising into space there, apparently. And, of course, the chart there starting to move up. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff happening there. All right, so good stuff. Do we see any more comments? I saw a comment down there. Let's see. Somehow I think all of these products are 90% done already, and the release schedule is more about timing the market than production schedules. This is what we say on the channel too, right? We being me. LibertySwap is the best team in blockchain. Yes, they have been roughly 50 to 90% ready for a while. Progress has been paused primarily to complete security reviews and testing there, which is pretty cool. Fast Abdul could tell you a few things about that. We need a good and reliable decentralized stablecoin. We do. And, of course, you guys know we've been backing PUSD ALGO for that. Come on, Jacob. Your boy. Now, Jacob's waiting for a Oracle, specifically Signum Oracle. But apparently there is teams working on other Oracle possible solutions out there as well. We've got Fetch, obviously, from Liquid Loans, but people looking for other solutions there. That's a question mark. We'll see. Hopefully so. At the moment, PUSD ALGO there is kind of the front runner. Now, we know that people are talking about PDI to $1, and we're talking about the compound theory at the moment. It's the latest thing at the moment on the move. This is looking good. So if LibertySwap wants to get into the stablecoin business, that's perfectly fine. If you do, what's it, 50, I can't remember the amount. Is it 50 million or 50 billion? I can't remember now. For the Genius Act that's coming up as well. I think it's 50 billion actually. So yeah, good stuff coming. Pulse Genius system tokens pushing towards $1 minimum. We like that. So they're really engaging there. All right, so that is pretty cool. We also had this 4 hours ago there. LibertySwap is developing support for USDC, USD Tether, and DAI across Ethereum-based Solana BNB chain and Mega ETH. Of course, those have got a special club there. And of course, that's to USDC and stablecoins on Railgun. So privacy there, but the big boys going to play. Now, hopefully, more of the retail we'll start using that sort of solutions as well. Railgun's anonymity set is intended to serve as a shared privacy infrastructure for cross-chain use cases and may help support privacy functionality for newer blockchains that currently lack mature privacy tooling. One time, this approach aims to move towards a more unified and broadly compatible privacy framework with the goal of improving interoperability across multiple networks. Now, the one thing I say about this, because Scott Solana does SVM chains, and therefore X1 could get support here and get privacy solutions almost out of the gate. So that's pretty exciting there. All right, so that is from LibertySwap, some of the key updates at the moment. Now, this is huge. I cannot understate how big this is, and I don't know whether this is what is, particularly, I mean, some of those other posts are very bullish for PCock, for example, but this definitely may have rallied the market a little bit here. Because they are focusing on getting the CMC score. We know that recently they got into coin market cap. It's hyper bullish, right? So we've got the coin market cap here, pretty bullish. And the price looking pretty good. Let's see, is the market cap pretty similar? I think it's a little different from Dick Screener, but possibly. But we're sitting at a 19.8 million market cap right now. Remember, based on the other day, it was about 1.5 billion approximately to get in the top 50, which is their ultimate goal. At the moment, they are ranked 4,351 on coin market cap. Remember, coin market cap tracks, I can't remember, was it 25 million coins or something? Some huge number compared to CoinGecko, which only tracks about 20,000. But we're at 4,351 at the moment. PCock is ranked based on volume and not market cap. So, but what you want to do is you've got to get all your links and everything all verified and all that. So that you can get suddenly switched over to market cap, and that's when you get your jump in your ratings, right? So currently still doing pretty well on the volume at 4,351 ranking, but this would jump us, last time I did some analysis on this, straight into the top 800, or 830, let's say, somewhere in that ballpark. So that'd be huge at 20 mil, because you're suddenly then on a different measure, and that's the one that gets you ranked up. And so from 800, that's going to be hyper bullish. People say, oh, we're going from 4,300 to 800. That's super bullish. And then, of course, then the road that may even make us go higher. So we start tracking below 800 and we start heading towards that top 100, top 50 mark. So that's kind of the backdrop there. And of course, LibertySwap is building out that huge amount of privacy solutions and DeFi solutions that's happening here across multiple chains. So pretty awesome, including what a lot of other people don't do, which is capital efficiency and management. They're doing seem very, very good at that too. So yeah, also CMC market profile is at 78%. So the profile score, I don't know when it gets triggered. Maybe they have to get to 100% or 90%. But hopefully that's going to get it triggered so that it moves over to get registered on market cap. And like I say, that's a huge jump from 4,350 down to 800 spots. That's massive, right? Top 1,000. And of course, that gives a momentum chance of suddenly getting repriced and going even further down further up the ranking, I should say, and that's pretty bullish, right? So you got to hit the old bullish button there too. All right, so kind of cool. And yeah, we're looking at that ecosystem ramping up all the time. So that's some pretty cool insights there. Really like that. Let's see if they've got any comments about that. Those scores usually catch up once activity forces the update, says Emmett. We will grab that top 50 spot this year, says Raging Magicup, and we will fight tooth and nail for that spot. Kind of cool. So PCock to $100, says Jefferson. Well, that would be quite something. Not quite that bullish, but definitely PCock could go up into the right 2 cents right now. Now, I did have a target that I put into the Strategy Club. If you haven't joined Strategy Club, the link's in the video description for that. It's only just over $1 a day. to join up for that, and I passed all the intel in there. Also had a price prediction there for the PCock. So far, it's doing pretty well on track with that. So yeah, pretty exciting times. This is the heavyweight right now on the old Pulse chain, building out the Kraken DeFi ecosystem, and their actions are following words, and so it's kind of cool. We're going to keep tracking these metrics, so very, very exciting. There are other heavyweight projects being built on Pulse chain. Obviously, we've got the Fast Abdul in there, bringing us that multi-chain, multi-collateral fork, a first, as I understand it, in crypto, and that's a big, big deal. We look forward to, hopefully, that will have some pretty large TVL. That'd be pretty exciting to see that. So good things are coming. Good things are coming there, just one step after another. All right, so that is LibertySwap there. That is really bullish posts. I don't think we had anything else on that, and I think that was it. Yeah, kind of cool. All right, so let's keep scrolling up here on the old LibertySwap. What's that? When you finally find a way to create decentralized stablecoins that are perfectly pegged on Pulse chain. Well, like I say, we're really waiting for PUSD ALGO there from Jacob. Now, with Ethereum get re-rated at the moment, that means that the collateral value for the sacrifice for PUSD ALGO is also going up right now. Now, you can still sacrifice for that project if you're willing to be patient. We are getting pretty much closer, though, now that we're in the bull market period. And so maybe January we'll get an update for PUSD ALGO with the Signum Oracle coming out. Fingers crossed there. Game on. So links in the description on YouTube if you want to participate in the PUSD ALGO sacrifice there. And you'll find that link there. So join up today. All right, so what else? Let's scroll up the top here. Sorry, friends, business is business. PCock to $10. I like that. So it's kind of come. What else? We've got updates here. They got this nice how to privacy install protocols. If you want to work out how it was all done, you can read through that as well. We're going to go up there. Got privacy practices. So that's pretty much it from LibertySwap. So pretty cool. Moving forward and up and to the right there, almost back at 2 cents. Look at that as we're speaking, still climbing there. So we will see. Typically, what we see is that they kind of we get a little bit of a sell news event, but then they launched the new features like USDC. They just launched wrapped ETH and all that, and then of course it takes a little bit for the market to price that back in, I guess. But at the moment, as you saw, it's really in the top 10, leading the way. All right, so we talked about the juggernauts there. So LibertySwap, obviously one of the krakens of the Pulse chain, but Pulsing is one of the rising stars on Pulse chain. They're doing up to a lot of different things, and their Pulsing swap, they got a swap, and I think they just updated the V3, didn't they? Their total trading volume has reached $1 million. So that's a great start. I mean, these guys are just building it from scratch, building brick by brick by brick. And so they're up there as well. So congratulations to Pulsing. I'm going to repost that now. And very, very cool stuff there. So there we go. Big shout out to them. You're on fire, says ST. Yeah, and just step by step, right? Step by step, they're building out their protocol, right? So it's kind of cool. They also had an announcement between now and January 28th. A snapshot will randomly be taken of the current send holders. So if you do hold the token send, they do have an airdrop coming. We've talked about this in the past. Holders captured in the snapshot will receive swap tokens post-launch. Sacrificing send rewards participates with a 2x multiple bonus as well. They do have a sacrifice on at the moment, obviously raising more capital to build more things is probably what's happening there. So that is from them right now. Let's scroll down and have a look to see whether they've got anything else on the old Pulsing. We'll just have a look, scroll down here. They do have a sacrifice open there. Obviously, you can check that out yourself. I'm not going to be talking too much about it, but that is, people have to raise capital, especially small teams. So you can decide whether it's something that's of interest or not. 69% chance to ProveX protocol. They got their predictions market they recently launched, right? That is pretty cool. Apparently 69% chance now that ProveX will launch in 2026. I think that's pretty low, honestly. If Richard launched ProveX in 2 years' time, it's going to miss the whole move, right? The whole market's going to be a very different place. Potentially, we've got the elections and everything else going. So they got their swap tokens there, all the details. So you can go check that out. Big shout out to the team. This is one of these teams that are building from the bottom and have hit some key, pretty decent milestones, haven't they? So hats off to them. All right, they've apparently completed their second airdrop 5 hours ago. So there we go, people getting airdrops. So yeah, they've got a whole ecosystem. You can go check it out. What's that? We have 2,000 user milestone. Send will be airdropped to the top 100 most active on their activity score. So there we go. people getting some rewards there. All right, I think that's about it, is it? Yeah, they've got 14 days for the sacrifice, but you guys can check it out on your own. All right, that is Pulse Send, rising star potentially on Pulse Send, certainly hitting milestones one after another. Yeah, just slowly and surely. We've got obviously the big heavyweight, Racker Michelle, the top whale on Pulse Chain. They are expanding a Coin Market. This only launched, 2 days ago, was it? 2 days. You want to hear something wild, says Rackham. Coin Mafia launched just a day ago with only 2 of 380 networks live. And the market is already holding us at 80 million market cap. He says that leaves 378 networks still to bring online, 388 revenue engines not yet counted. So a lot of these chains, I think it's like about 60 of them, don't have any launch pad. So those little chains will be getting launch pads basically through Coin Mafia. So that's pretty cool. So congratulations to him there. And like I say, X1 could be one of the beneficiaries there, although they're not doing SVM chain, so that's not going to be the case, not like LibertySwap. What else? We got another post here thing, I think it is. So base support incoming. So we obviously got Ethereum and Pulse Chain now. So now, of course, they got base chain coming, and they're going to ramp up from 2 chains all the way to, was it 378 or something? So big news for crypto fan. Coin Mafia is adding support for base shortly, unlocking seamless token launches on one of the hottest Ethereum L2s with bonding curves designed to eliminate rugs and protect builders. Now, apparently they had a hiccup, I think, at the when it launched, and they didn't have that on, but they turned it on or something like that. This is your chance at Ethereum smarter coins and EVM chains who will be first to bond a coin on base. So there we go. Let's have a quick look at base and see what launches they are on. Let's see what's been activity's been happening. I think we're on day 3. Is it day 3? I think so. I think it's on day 3. I've been a bit busy with some of the stuff, so my memory's dropping out a little bit on it, but I think that is the case. We've got 3 pages of projects, and how many have bonded? Let's check out. Let's check some of the activity here. So where are we going to go here? Oh, filter, bonding, yeah. So let's look at graduated coins. So we've got 4. So we had 2. We looked yesterday, didn't we? I think we did. We got 4 today. So we got PDI, we got Wanted, and Bria. So there we had a double Bria. That caused a bit of controversy, I think, between the Bria people. But that bonded too. And it looks like the market caps, all these were about $7,000 to $8,000 to bond that. So it's kind of an idea. And of course, the Coin Mafia one there, and it was that is the official one that's up now, I believe. So those are the 4 coins that have graduated inside 3 days, I guess, or 2.5 days. Bonding curve, there'll be the rest of them. I don't know why it's still pinning these other ones up when they're not on bonding curve. So I don't know if there's a filter issue there, or I think just anchoring the Mafia one there so that people know that's the main coin of the platform. Probably is what they're doing there. So they've got these other ones here. Any others that are close? We've got Pepe Mafia, Shavu there. They're not too bad, 40% plus. Pulse Chain Mafia there, 39%. Ethereum, 2032. We've got a couple other pages as well. What else there is? Rack and Michelle getting up there. Coinwell. Got lots of other ones. They're not getting much love at the moment, those ones. And that's kind of it at the moment. So that's kind of where we are on the old there. So that's how many on there. Let's see what chain we've got. So we're going to all tokens, and we'll go Ethereum, which is the other chain. We've got any? We've got 1. We got our first one on Ethereum, guys. So there we go. I guess we have to give a clap for that. And it's fairly, it's a third of the way, 32%, so a third of the way there to bonding. And that is Ethereum on Ethereum. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And base chain coming. So it is a marathon for this. Obviously, they're going to ramp up to 35 chains, and then the marketing, right? They're going to apparently unleash some pretty big marketing influences and stuff like that. So we'll keep a lookout for that. And of course, if we hope that all projects are successful. And we've got the biggest whale running this with his network. So we're excited to see where this all heads to. So keep a lookout for that. All right, so that's pretty much that on that one. Let's jump over to a True DeFi, and this is from Neil Fatish's from the 22X team. So big shout out to the whole team there, Neil. And we've got the latest update here. And did he put the day on? He knows I like the day. 26, guys. 257 billion is the total amount deposited. That's from all sources, not just the original Pulse put in there. And so it's not TVL. Total volume deposit 4.3 million, and the daily volume there 9.7 billion. Daily volume in US dollars at 160K. Total miners are now at 16,676. So everyone, all these miners are looking to double their pulse that they put in. Total pulse distributed today, $2,033,000 worth. So that's gone back to the people. And they currently control about 25.5% of Emmett Farm single-side staking. So now they've got something else coming down the pipeline. So we're looking forward to that. And as soon as we know the full details, we'll let you know about it as well. So that's with the True 2X team there. Those are the updates. All right. So that's the kind of the headline stuff there. I think we did a pretty good job. It's 1 hour. We went through a lot of the headline stuff there. Obviously, we saw that a few projects moving, the OG Web Chef moving, a little bit of signs of the James Maria stuff, which we're going to try and do a full coverage of. So it's all going to come up in the future too. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I will be trying to do an X1 show too. Maybe tomorrow or something. Just got to get the right time set up for it. Got a lot of activities going on right now. But we'll be looking forward to that. So, yes, stay tuned. It's going to be pretty epic. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And thanks to Fast Abdul for dropping a little bit of alpha there about Vault 369. We're very excited about that coming up. That is a big protocol for Pulse Chain and, of course, multi-chain as well. So, exciting times there. All right. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and don't forget to hit the follow button on X. If you haven't joined Strategy Club, the link's in the video description on YouTube. Just over $1 a day to join up. I think $35 a month, so pretty good value. And also pinned to the top of X, you can join up through the Whoop store. So we look forward to seeing you in the Discord in the Strategy Club. Pretty awesome. Also always putting in intel in there and some opinion pieces as well. So well worth joining up there. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care and enjoy the pump 2026. I think for the most part, start off pretty damn good. So may it continue, and let's see some magic happen. And I'm sure Richard Hart will be back with some pretty awesome stuff too. I think it's going to be fun times ahead. We got the repost from Surged on the end. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really is cool. We got Frank White says Pulse Cent is cool stuff, and the guy keeps adding to it. Yeah, he's really building from the ground up there. I think some pretty cool milestones. $1 million in the trading volume, so not bad. All right, take care, guys, and catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.